I hope you're fantastic. I am. I am fantastic. I was just about to say as usual. Is that my new motto? I'm fantastic as usual. It could be. It's a new world. I like it. I like the sounds of it. I pulled some cards. God prompted me to pull some cards. So I did. It's looking pretty damn good. I did a intent of the universe spread. I really like the spread for when it's just like, I'm not really looking for drama. I just want to know what's going on. So, intent of the universe. 3 of Cups, abundance, celebration. There's celebrations coming in. Union. The flow of the universe. Inverted art. Inverted temperance. It's like, sorry, that was probably really quick. These cards are nice. Everything is moving from being out of balance, completely whacked out, upside down day, to inverted oppression. Everything that was oppressing you is being diverted. That's good. Very good. All those burdens that were caused by the imbalances created in our environment are being lifted. This is giving me the chills. Confirmation. Just saying. I'm loving this. And you know what else I'm loving is today I have money to go get myself some weed. And that just makes all the difference for me. I wish it didn't. I wish I didn't love it so much. I wish I was like just, I don't know. I'm sure I'd be fine without it too, but I really appreciate it. I just appreciate it so much. It's such a gift from God, weed is. I feel like I've taken it for granted at how much it really helps me and has helped me my whole life. Like, really fucking helps me. It feels like pure love. Honestly. Feels like pure love. Thank you, love. I really appreciate it. I think I might even get some food today. I've been eating pretty good, but you know those protein bowls at Taco Bell? They're so good. They're kind of expensive. They're like $8 or something. But they're 2 meals in one for me. And I want one. It's too far though. I'm going to have to finagle a ride somehow. We'll see how that goes. But either way, I will be walking to the store if I have to. I'll probably wait till it's dark. But I got weed to last till then anyway. I'm like prepared. It feels good. I didn't run out of anything this time. Like I've run out of nothing. I've been completely taken care of by God. My God. We all have our own gods, our own higher power that rules our soul and the soul of our partner. The love just flows so good that way. It's so free. It's so freeing. Something about that unconditional love is very freeing. It's the key to being unshackled from our chains. At least it is for mine. I just realized that. I'm being shackled, chained to this illusion via the blockages to unconditional love to me. It's the blockages and the illusion to unconditional love that has us all chained to the illusion, to the doom and gloom program. This shit's mind-blowing. I don't know if you guys catch this stuff the way I do. I don't know if I describe it properly so that you can grasp what I'm seeing. It's been the blockages to unconditional love that's kept me chained the whole time. That's why I'm chained to the floor. In hell, as we know it. I'm breaking free, though. I'm getting somewhere. Love is getting in through the cracks. Through the cracks of my broken heart. Literally. Ace of Pentacles, inverted Four Cups, to the High Priestess. So this is divine guidance. You're being offered an opportunity to break free of the stagnation by using your intuition. Eight of Pentacles to the Ace of Swords, inverted. Ten of Swords to the Ten of Pentacles. This is stabilizing forces. The stabilizing forces here in this situation are your continued work to expose the truth. This work that you're doing to expose the truth is literally taking the swords that have been placed in your back out and is recovering your abundance, your divine inheritance. Yeah, that was the words I was looking for. So your work at uncovering the truth to take out the swords from your back. My favorite. It's so good to see you. I thought I'd pull some cards. I love you. Okay. So stabilizing forces, the work you're doing to expose the truth, pull the swords out of your back. I'm assuming that this truth is uncovering the lies that have been told about you. And not only the lies that have been told about you, but also the money, the inheritance that's been stolen from you. This divine inheritance, okay, this is something that I'm muddling through right now. It goes deeper than an insurance policy. It goes deeper than an inheritance that was stolen from you. It goes all the way to the spiritual level, to your divine inheritance. Your divine inheritance somehow follows you from life to life. I'm still getting to the bottom of this, so bear with me. What we don't know is that when we're killed off in this life, we immediately reincarnate. Basically, we are already immortal in that way. We can't be killed off. We will just be born again. We're like, as the reptilian agenda would call us, we're pests. We just keep coming back. And God keeps sending in more, he just said. So, what we don't know is that every time they kill us off, they take our money. They take our, just like stuff doesn't get claimed in the state now, right? State takes it. You know this, right? Everyone knows this. That's why you want to make sure that you put somebody on your will. But regardless if there's somebody on your will or not, who is supposed to inform them? Did they inform them? No, they didn't inform them. So the money was stolen. Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. You just don't remember it. But that's all your money. Every lifetime that you've lived and prospered and worked your ass off, saved, ended up secluded, alone, dejected by society, and when you died alone. And the reptiles took all your shit. And they do this over and over. Therefore, they owe you money, and they know this. God knows this. They owe you money from lifetimes that you don't even remember living. Because they stole your fucking money. They killed you and stole your money. They secluded you, got everyone away from you, so nobody fucking gave a shit about you. Nobody knew about you. And you didn't give a shit about anybody else because they were all jackasses. Okay? And then they came in and killed you off and took your shit. Over and over and over again. That's why that's this spiritual abundance that we keep hearing about. It's not just your gifts. I mean, yeah, it's your gifts. Your intuitive gifts. Your God. Who you are. You are God. That is a spiritual abundance. Yes. But there's a spiritual abundance that you've been gaining in the physical plane. Everything in the spiritual translates to the physical. And everything from the physical translates to the spiritual, unfortunately. That's half the battle we're dealing with. Perseverance brings good fortune. Brown squirrel. The more we work to uncover the injustices that have been done to us throughout our lifetimes, the closer we get to payday, is what God's saying. Or that's what the squirrel's saying anyway. And God is the squirrel. Let's face it. Okay. That was weird. I just worked that out. Hopefully that made sense. Climbing higher and higher. Reaching new levels. Jumping timelines. Okay. Destiny. Jumping timeline. Okay. I've talked about this too. Jumping timelines. It's like a spider web, right? We're collapsing certain portions of the strand. So spider web comes out like this. You're coming up here. We don't like where this is going. We're collapsing it. We're jumping over to this timeline and we're taking it straight up to the top. That's what we're doing right now. That's how we're getting rid of all of the dark force, is by collapsing their timelines that they're on and jumping to the next ones that they're not on. They're not able to get on. They're not able to jump timelines. What? They're not able to jump timelines. That's how we're gonna fucking lose them. That's how we're gonna lose them. Jumping timelines that they can't jump. We're collapsing their destiny and jumping into a different one that they can't jump onto. They don't have access to it. Just like the only way we got access to this timeline was by following the thread of God, of the light. We're getting onto a thread that's light, that's all light. The only way you can access the thread that we're getting onto that's all light is by being of light. That's how the separation is going to happen. The Great Divide. That's what it sounds like to me anyway. This is actually pretty exciting, Boyer. As I sit here thinking that everything is at a standstill, there's a lot going on. God's been busy. He looks like he's been really fucking busy. And it looks like I've been busy too. Like we're working in tandem. Just like the hummingbird. The hummingbird. Small actions. Prompting universe to make one big motion. This is amazing. So then actions to take. We have Star, Prince of Swords, which is Knight of Swords, Queen of Wands, Inverted, Five of Discs, and Adjustment. 8, Justice. So, actions to take. Keep hope and optimism. It's not a static movement. Hope and optimism are an action word. God says you don't have to be patient when you are optimistic. You have hope. that you can rest on that. You don't have to be patient. It's an action. You're still taking action. You're still moving. You're hoping. Which in turn is manifesting. Take action with your mind. Speak your truth. Looks like I'm on the right path. Except for I'm blocked from Facebook. I flip in, that annoys me because I feel like I can speak more there. Or more people hear me. But whatever. It's whatever God wants. That's what we do, right? Queen of Wands. This Queen of Wands has taken somebody's head. Or their mask, maybe. So, yeah. Keep speaking your truth. Tearing people's masks off. Don't allow people to wear masks around you anymore. I've noticed I'm like that. As soon as I realize you're wearing a mask, I tell you to fuck off. And I'm done with it. It makes life so much easier. Okay, and then inverted Five of Pentacles is quit worrying because justice is coming in and you're bringing it your damn self. Justice is here. You're bringing justice with your truth. And your inability to worry about bullshit. And your bravery, your ability to speak the truth amidst chaos. And, cops are heavy. Amidst chaos and, resistance. The birds are back. I'd show them too, but I keep on getting the house across the street and by accident. It's impossible to do it, especially on here, on live. But they're sitting there singing to me, at me. They're all facing me. It's just so beautiful. It reminds me of like a book, you know? There's a crow. It's like a baby one. It's a little one. They're celebrating. Everyone's celebrating. I'm starting to liken these birds to my collective. It's like you're all tapped in. You're all here. Even though YouTube wants to say that nobody's in the room. You are, and you're celebrating with me our gains and our moving up the field. Ooh, there's a big crow. Flying away. I think that as we're advancing up the field, is what the crows are saying, is the enemy is backing off. And I have felt that a little bit too, actually. Although there's like this resurgence of weird trolls that is annoying, but you know, like weird, like fucking Sam Peterson. All of a sudden she's back in the feed. It's like, what the fuck do you want? I mean, I already know you're wearing a mask. I already know you're a fucking evil, wicked witch. What more do I need to know to not want anything to do with you? Nothing. I'm good with never speaking to you again. If you want to keep on popping up, it is what it is, but it's like, I already told you you're gonna fucking die for coming against me. Why would you stand up? Why wouldn't you just go cower in the fucking corner I told you to get in? That would have been smart. But no, you're being all fucking weird. You know in like war movies where there's always that one douchebag that gets scared and he like everybody's hiding in the fucking ditch. You know what I mean? But the enemy's coming and everyone's trying to be quiet and hiding, and then there's always this one douchebag that gets fucking scared and just starts crying and standing up and and they fucking just take him out right away. The enemy does. Or their own team will for making noise. They'll fucking kill them because they'll end up getting everybody killed. Because they're making noise when the enemy's right there. That's what Sam's doing right now. It's like, okay, the Jedi Force is approaching. Dark Force is all hiding in places. And Sam gets scared and stands up and just starts flailing her arms. And either the Dark Force is taking her out or themselves because she's fucking a nuisance to their team, or the Jedi Force is taking her out immediately. It's like, I don't know. I just thought I would point that out. How silly y'all are. How silly the Dark Force is, because I'm really just talking to my people anyway. Something to observe, learn from. We learned it in the movies, when everyone's hiding and the enemy's approaching, you don't start crying and yelling and freaking out, because that doesn't help. You end up getting killed. Probably by someone on your own team. You're a nuisance. You're attracting attention to them. And it's probably not what they're looking for right now. I'm assuming. But that's human nature, isn't it? I should say that's humans with no faith in God's nature, because that's never been how I am. I've never freaked out like that, ever. That must be something that people that don't believe in God do. You want to hear a funny story? Mark was an atheist when I met him. And I told Mark, because I already full-on believed in God. I made God prove it to me. I told Mark, I'm not one to, and this is when I was young. I was like 12 years old, okay? And I told Mark that I wasn't going to try to talk him into it. Like, nobody can make you believe in God. I said, but I guarantee you, God is real. God proved himself to me. I guarantee you, God is real. And Mark's like, yeah, whatever, I don't know how many years later it was. But, and to those of you that don't know Mark, he was my best friend. He raised me. And I found out from God that he was as much of God incarnated on this plane that could possibly be. Like, Mark was God. And he didn't even believe in God. Until he observed me for a period of years. And started asking the right questions. And one day, I don't know what day it was. It could have been right after I had the first conversation I had with him, but it was one day after that. He said to me, you know what, Beth? I believe in God. You taught me how to believe in God. I just thought that was so beautiful then, that he was able to find God through my faith. And even now, knowing that Mark was God, I just think that's so beautiful. I was able to help God believe in himself again. And give him peace when he did pass. That he was supported by the universe. I don't know. I go off on tangents and then I'm just like, now what? This energy looks beautiful. It's lovely to see you, Boyer. I'm gonna need your help soon on a couple more cases. I don't have them, but I can feel them coming in. Because the person I've been working for has been doing visits to the extended care facilities. So I'm sure there's going to be more. I just wanted to make sure that you were on board for that because it is definitely a way I can make a little bit of money. It's not regular, but it is kind of a cool job helping people out like that with their meds. And that was pretty cool what we were able to do the other day for my other friend, the frontline warrior. That's actually more up my alley because the natural stuff is definitely where it's at. But if I have to, you know, if we have to go through a med list and at least make it safer, at least make it not lethal, I think that would be a great job for us. And not only that, but she's talking about taking this business on the road. Like she wants to start a new business. And obviously, you know how people talk, but it could be something. I would love it. I cannot wait until Tanoa gets, I think Tanoa is in, last I heard he was in Indiana. He might be in Michigan now. I'm assuming he's coming this way after Indiana. Or, you know, soon. And once Tanoa comes here, I don't know. I feel like I won't be quite as bound to the floor. I'll be more able to move freely once it has been deemed illegal to arrest me. You know what I mean? That'll be a great day. So I don't know when that is probably coming soon though, because Tano has been working on that. And he's coming to Michigan. I don't have direct access to what he's doing. I mean, I kind of do, but I don't. I have been hearing about all the tornadoes in, I think it was Tennessee. There's like a major earthquake in Philippines. There was something else too that I saw. I don't know, but as much as I hate pain and suffering, it's definitely Earth responding to the clearing of the old. It's Ganesha, it's Lord Ganesha, destroying things so that we can build new, fresh again. See a birch tree. New beginnings are coming in quickly. We're in the eye of the storm right now. Something already went through. Something major already happened. That caused a lot of destruction. We're in the eye of the storm right now, and we're about to get a bunch more destruction. That's what God said. I keep thinking about who my real parents are. It's trippy. I think I know now. Yeah, shit. I fucking know. My dad is my real dad. The one that was murdered. The one who helped murdered him. The one who helped murder him, though, was not my real mother. Pretty sure my real mother is a Cole. If you want to know the truth. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Because, honestly, I really don't give a damn. Nobody gave a damn to tell me what the fuck was going on. So I don't give a damn what the fuck's going on there. It really doesn't matter. I'm still pissed my dad got murdered. Oh, shizzle. Yeah. Hi, Peacock. Think I touched a nerve there, Boyer? That's why my mom used to always act like my dad was a hoe. She made that clear. She was a virgin when they got married, but he was a fucking hoe. She made that very clear. He probably cheated on her. Yeah. He probably cheated on her. She went to nursing school down in Lansing too, East Lansing. So she was in the same town as my stepdad, my mom, and my dad. They were all in the same town. East Lansing's not that small of a fucking town. And my dad and my stepdad both played soccer. I wasn't even going to talk about this, but they want to fucking chime in, so I'm going to tell you what I know. She was much younger, like 4 years younger than them. My stepdad, my dad, and my mom are all the exact same age, within a year of each other. My dad's a year older than my mom. My stepdad's a year younger than my mom. My stepdad's sister is like 3 or 4 years younger than him. My mom was 23 when she got pregnant with me, supposedly. That would make my aunt, my stepdad's sister, 19, just started nursing school. Young, unwed. Same color eyes, same color hair. Her daughter looks just like me. Well, not just like me. We obviously have different fathers. My father's obviously my father as well, because I look a lot like him. That's what's been stopping me with this whole, this isn't my family, that's not my mom. But my dad, I know, it's weird. The Hartwick side I know is my family. I just have my dad's jaw. I have his body type, tall, skinny. That's not the Coles. That's not their body type. My face is long. That's not their face type. But my mom and my dad, they don't have this color hair. They don't have blue eyes. Nowhere in their family, really. I mean, on my dad's side, there's some red hair, blue eyes, and one great uncle of mine. He has a couple kids that look similar to me. But they're second cousins to me. They're not that close a relation, in my opinion. But on my stepdad's side of the family, they all have blue eyes. Same color eyes as mine. My grandpa did. My grandma had green eyes. My sister has green eyes. My 3 brothers all have the same blue color eyes as me. My stepdad had the same color eyes as me. I was more related to my stepdad than I was my own mother growing up. It's no wonder she fucking hated me. And Mike wasn't much better, honestly. He fucking hated me too. Not saying I know everything, but I am saying what I know. Isn't adding up with fucking what I've been spoon-fed. Y'all just play with people's lives like it's fucking your business to play with. It's not. It's not your business to play with my life. And then it was real easy for Dow to get my mom to fucking help them murder my dad because he had a fucking baby with another woman. She didn't give a shit about him. She didn't give a shit about me or him. And my stepdad was all up in those fucking little pee-pee clubs. So there's direct access right there. And I'm sure when my mom found out that my dad got somebody else pregnant and she found out she had a fucking, or she knew she had a fucking brother, she jumped right on that fucking situation. And made her whole new life with fucking, based on fucking revenge. That was a mistake, wasn't it? Didn't make for much of a life, did it? What I don't understand is why I've been abandoned by everyone and everything. That's just doesn't make sense to me. Like, no one gives a fuck. How I've been jerked around? Everybody was in on this? Everyone? Everyone was in on the plot to fucking destroy me, including my biological mother. Got paid off or some shit. It's probably still getting paid off. She's buddy-buddy with my fucking other mom. They're friends. They always have been. Very foolish. Guess at that point it was just easier for her to hate me because she already fucking sold her soul to the fucking devil. Why wouldn't she hate me? I'm still with God. And I'm not saying that you're not with God now. I hope that you are. I thought that you were. I really did. I saw you in my mind's eye. Maybe you've turned a new leaf. Love you. That whole family's been throwing projections on me, and I don't know. I haven't necessarily sorted through it all. But they obviously all fucking know. How could they not know? It's the strangest thing. I was uncovering this stuff yesterday, but I was taking it really lightly. Like, maybe, throwing spaghetti at the wall. That's how I do it with my intuition. I get these hits and I just don't take them seriously because I don't know for sure. And it stresses me out to try to pin shit down. So I don't do that anymore. I just take it very nonchalantly, throw spaghetti at the wall, and started uncovering this stuff last night. And this, I don't even know, it's not even in these cards. I don't even know what happened. I just got confirmation that my suspicions are correct. Not only is it like my intuitive hits on this, but my intuitive hits are leading me to physical evidence that is undeniable. Undeniable. Last night I was telling myself too, it doesn't really matter. And it really doesn't. I mean, yesterday morning I thought I was abducted from some royal family in Denmark. That's not what happened. This story makes more sense. What about the birth certificate? I guess that's probably not that hard to come up with, a birth certificate and a social security number. I wouldn't know. I don't do illegal things. I don't commit fraud, so I don't know how to like do all that stuff, but I'm sure it's possible. Of course it's possible. Especially if the government is directly involved, which they always were, because I was being studied since a child. I've been being studied. I always got special treatment in school because I was being studied. That was normal to me. Is that normal? No. I realize that now. Why were they studying just me? And I knew they were studying me. I knew that's what they were doing. And I knew they were not studying my intelligence. I know what intelligence tests are. They were not studying my intelligence. They were studying what I ate for breakfast. What fruit I preferred. What my favorite color was. I was saying in a video before, I couldn't remember what the questions were. I just know they weren't intelligence questions because I used to be like, they used to say it's because you're so smart. We're studying you because you're so smart. And I used to say, well, why aren't you asking me questions that study my intelligence then? And I couldn't remember other than that question. And this is honestly a thought that I had when I was at Siebert Elementary. So it was elementary school that this was going on. And it started after my dad was killed. Because that's when I moved to Siebert. That's when my parents bought a new house. A nice big house. They were studying my personality. They wanted to know what I loved. They wanted to know what I loved so they could fucking destroy it. Since the very beginning. And I loved my father, didn't I? This goes deeper than my family. It was easy to use them because they were so sick and twisted. This is starting at the government. The school is related to the government. My grandma worked for the school that I moved from. I was protected. They had to move me schools. So they did. And that's where they started to study me. Refrain from that. That's where they were able to study me more thoroughly. You hear that train, Mama? So you can send me some help? I wouldn't get close to me. God has got a serious barrier around me of protection. If you didn't get the memo, here you go again. You will fucking die coming against me. Die. You want to try and put me in a mental institution? You will fucking die. Bitch. Die, bitch. That wedding was being planned before my dad even fucking died. Or at least the day after. I'd like to know when they made reservations for the fucking church. What date did they make reservations for that wedding at the church? That's a good question. Was it before they supposedly met 4 months after my dad died? Was it then? Or was it the day they met that they made plans to have a big church wedding with bagpipes and everything? With the JCs there playing their bag fucking pipes. Or was it the Kiwanis? I don't know. It was one of those men's clubs. Little PP groups. I know for a fact my dad would have never had anything to do with. My dad was good. I remember my dad. My dad wanted to stop the Great Lakes from being polluted with fucking uranium. Does that make me crazy, Mommy, dearest? You were there when we got all the samples. You didn't know? You didn't know it was fucking polluted with radioactive fucking shit? I'm sure Dad told you about it. You probably didn't care though, did ya? You're a fucking wench. And here's another thing. Why are they polluting the shit? The reptilian agenda is polluting the shit out of our environment so we die. It's just another way they're killing us. They don't give a fuck about the environment. They want it to kill us. So they can take our shit and get a new fresh body to fucking work. And then kill that one off and take our shit and get a new fresh body to work. And then kill that one off and take our shit and get a new fresh body to work. Give me a fucking break. I'm done with your damn fucking cycle. You owe me a lot of fucking money, bitch. I'm owed money from so many different directions, it's not even fucking funny. Problem is right now no one gives a fuck. Except me. fucking Andre. We're the only ones that give a fuck. Well, and David and Tanawa, sorry. And Mermaid. I'm not... Some people give a fuck. And they're fighting for it. They're willing to stand up and fucking fight. Do something. Not just sit there and cry and pray to God about what the fuck is gonna happen next. At least they're fucking doing something about it. To hell. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, this shit doesn't even fucking matter. Because they're all going to hell, and I'm going to heaven. And my past is literally going to cease to exist. My body is either going to be replaced or renewed, one or the other. I haven't decided yet. I'm already walking better. It's just so weird how this stuff has come so clear to me today, like who my actual biological mother is. And it's crazy. Like the secret, if you think about it, this is a pretty good secret. The only one other person that knew about it is fucking they killed. And it was easy for them too, because they didn't want anyone to know. So they were all like, yeah, we'll take him out. Fuck yeah. We don't want him around either. And they knew that. The reptilian agenda knew that. They took advantage of them so hardcore. But that's what they get for being fucking douche nozzles. That's what they fucking get. God, what happens is God places shit in front of you to test you. It's all a test. And he placed shit in front of you to test you, and you guys all fucking failed. You all failed. Miserably. It's sad that it had to be this way. But I don't give a damn. I mean, yeah, it's sad, but I don't give a damn. I'm not feeling the sadness. I'm feeling a release of weight. With the truth, knowing the fucking truth that I should have known a long time ago, but couldn't because everybody committed murder and shit like that. So they couldn't let anybody else know. Grandma got killed off at like 50 of a fucking heart attack. And then Grandpa, I'm pretty sure he got killed off too. They were the last two to know about it, that actually gave a damn about me. They always gave a damn about me. They acted like they were just like they were my real grandparents. Maybe because they were. How come? It's just so funny how everyone is just like, it's just so weird. You look nothing like your mother, but you look just like our family. You look so Irish. You're so Irish. But no, I was only Irish on St. Patrick's Day because I didn't have any Irish in me. Lo and behold, I don't know, a lot. Almost half. least I still have my dad. I was like bummed when I thought I was abducted because I love my dad so much. He taught me so much, and so much of who I was based on who he was. So really, it's kind of a relief to know that he is still my dad, because I always did think of him that way anyway. But as far as having a mother, I don't have a mother. I don't need one. I'll be my own mother. I can take care of my fucking self. Give myself way more love than either one of you ever fucking gave me. Fucking bitches. You're a couple of fucking bitches. I don't fucking claim you. Believe me. This is not about claiming you. Fuck you. Fuck you for doing this to me. Fuck you. Fuck you. No wonder I was always a lawyer at heart. I can argue my way out of a fucking box. I can argue any side and win. Doesn't even matter if I believe in what I'm saying. That's a lawyer. I come from a family of lawyers. It's just so crazy. It's like, I'm just like my grandma Cole too. Like, she was such a good lawyer. She would just tell people off with the biggest smile on her face. She'd be like, fuck you, you slimy piece of shit. You're a slimy piece of shit, you know that? I used to love that about her. She was the best. Yep. Yeah. Ew. Yep. Honestly, it makes sense as to why I didn't get worse treatment growing up. That was because Grandma and Grandpa Cole were protecting me. Otherwise, I would have been, you know how it goes. It would have gotten really bad. I would have been abused, seriously abused, not just mentally and emotionally. I would have been physically and sexually abused if it wasn't for my grandparents. If it wasn't for my grandma. My stepdad loved her. My household felt so bad. Like, ew. Ew. Real bad energy. Real bad energy. all the time. But it didn't materialize in the physical the way it felt. It just didn't. It never touched down like that. You think so? She was 100% Irish. Oh, your grandma was? Why did grandma die at 50? You know, when I was a kid, it was like, that was old to me. 50 was old. If she would have been 49, I would have been like, oh, that was young. But no, she was 50, so that was old to me. But looking back and knowing that everybody that loved me died, grandma loved me. She knew I was a truth teller, and she loved that about me. She fucking loved me. And she died at 50 of a heart attack. Why? More bodies, Boyer, more bodies. I mean, pretty much everyone's a body at this point, we realize, but because none of us were supposed to die. But they really targeted the ones that loved me. They got them quick. And they studied me to find out everything I loved. And everything that loved me. Because if I just loved them and they didn't love me, they wouldn't off them. They'd let them destroy me because they knew that their darkness would consume me anyway. Or would consume them. And I would have to fucking deal with it. And darkness never has consumed me. Never come close. But anybody that had enough darkness in them, they would let them be near me, and then they would invade their body and to try to destroy me that way by having somebody I love destroy me, try to destroy me. Like, do their damnedest to destroy me. Not just fucking random shit. Like, just fucking really come at me. And then the ones that they couldn't invade, the ones that were too pure to get them to turn on me, they killed. Yeah. I'm learning a lot better who and what I am the past, well, every day, but especially the past couple days. Things don't even feel the same anymore. My body doesn't feel the same. My mind, all that. I'm in a different space. I'm starting to see more like how it's energy. Gosh, my head's just tingling. How it's energy and physical reality is such a small part of it. It's becoming smaller and smaller part of it. God, I want to take a shower. It sounds so good, a hot shower. I've got hot water. I've got oatmeal. I'm like eating breakfast these days. Not normal. I'm more disconnected than ever from my physical body as far as like sensation. I'm like completely celibate. I'm just completely disconnected from my physical body, and yet I'm tending to it more than I ever have, like with eating and doing stretches and and just so many different things. Trying to uncover the mysteries of the universe, which has always been my priority, but the eating thing has never been a thing. And now I wake up in the morning and I'm like thinking about eating. I'm thinking about listening to music and dancing. Not that I didn't do that before, but I don't know, it's different. It's more of a ingrained in me. It's not like I have to be like, oh, Beth, you need to listen to some music and move a little bit. It's like, all right, what music are we going to listen to move to? It's just more ingrained. It's part of the fabric of who I am now. The things that I've always said I wanted to be and I wanted to do more of, I just am now. Yeah. It's like I manifested everything I wanted to manifest. Which is weird because the only thing I ever really was trying to manifest was a change in me. And that's what happened. I actually got what I wanted. And I've never gotten that. I've always studied, and pondered the mysteries of life. And God, mainly that is everything. And I always saw, like, I've studied so many different gurus and stuff, and I've always saw, like, so many good things in their practices. But it was never, and I would try to add it to my daily life, but it was always a chore. It was like, okay, journal every day. Like, fuck, I gotta journal, or write your dreams down, or all these things that I would try to force into the fabric of my life. And I would add it, but not, it would never end up being daily, and it would never end up becoming a habit or something that I just innately did until like yesterday. I've always wanted to eat right. I've always wanted to wake up in the morning and just think about how I was going to take good care of myself that day. But I used to wake up in the morning and think about how I was going to overcome the fucking doom and gloom that I woke up with. Like, that was my morning. And I could usually overcome it by 3 p.m. And then I was exhausted by 9 or 10 and going back to bed. It's just different now. Now I wake up and I'm just like, okay, it's like part of my fabric. This is what I do. I light a candle. I pray. I listen to music. I eat. I exercise. It's just part of who I am now. Even to the point of I get the money I need to get the things that I want. It's just part of who I am now. Flowers just show up at my doorstep. It's just who I am now. I have flowers. It's who I am. That's how I take care of myself. It's a part of my fabric. Just like this Cleopatra oil is. Part of my fabric. That's how I take care of myself. Makes me feel good. Smells good. Sets the tone. It's who I am. After all, this is about me. It's not about what they did or even where I come from, honestly. Because all of that was part of the illusion, part of the fabrication, with little bits and pieces of truth here and there to really scramble my mind. So quiet. We're in the eye of the storm. In the eye of the storm. I already said that, but I'm saying it again because I keep hearing it. How quiet it is because we're in the eye of the storm. There's about to be major destruction. There's more destruction coming. And there's nothing we can do about it. Because I just asked God. I'm like, well, what do we do about it? He said, there's nothing you can do about it. Just is. Is what it is. There's more destruction coming, and that's just the way it is. Energies are being balanced out. There's been a discrepancy in the energy balance, as we know. But as the energies balance out, it's gonna show, and it's gonna show in the amount of natural disaster. It's gonna show even in the amount of human disaster, violence, war. It's gonna show. It's a balancing of energies. It's a what do you call that? Discharge. Like electrical discharge. There's just been so much electricity building up in this one thread, destiny thread, say. It's just been building up in this one thread, and it's like there's discharge, there's electrical discharge coming off, like little fireworks. That's gonna be balancing the energy out. And honestly, it's probably what's gonna be, in spiritual terms of energy, it's going to be that electrical discharge is going to be jumping us from this overcharged timeline onto the next one. Something like that. That's what I'm seeing. It's hard. I'll decipher this stuff better as I go, but that's what I'm seeing right now. So it's all good. It's all a good sign, because all of the every time that happens, that electrical discharge, it's gonna jump us onto a more palatable timeline. Every disaster is jumping us closer to our new beginning. And it's about to hit pretty big, is what I just heard. It's gonna hit pretty big. With the weather, these guys, these reptilians, are they all male? I don't know that there are any female reptiles. I'm not hearing about any females. This might be a male-dominated thing. I mean, they never die, so that would make sense. They're immortal. They don't need to, and they... That's what he was just saying, they can't reproduce. Remember, he said they can't reproduce? That's why we only have so many to deal with. It's because they're all male. All the females left. All the female reptiles left when God told them to. It's just some of the males that stayed behind. So they can't reproduce. They're doomed. They're seriously fucking doomed, okay? Wow. Okay. Wow. They're seriously doomed. They can't even reproduce. They're like the fucking Greys. They can't reproduce. That's how their destiny lines are being fucking cut. Wow. God got all the female reptiles to leave. See, I told you all the reptiles aren't bad. So that they couldn't reproduce. It stopped them dead in their tracks. And they've been trying to fuck with shit ever since. To keep their little domination plan intact. Huh. That shit's pretty interesting. So basically right now, I guess what God's trying to say is the reptiles are freaking out. They really know that they're doomed. And they are not functioning properly. They've lost a lot of their power by us taking our starseeds, taking back our energy. The 144 have gotten a handle on that. I don't know about the rest of the humans, okay? I'm not even going to try to delve into that because it's hard enough for me to keep track of the 144. And it's up to the 144 to keep track of your humans. It's really not up to me. You guys have to decide what humans are worthy of fucking keeping track of. What's going on is they're flipping out. So they're going to start creating war. That's what they do. Their children, they're going to throw us a fit. They're throwing fits. They're throwing themselves on the floor and they're screaming and they don't feel like they're getting their way right now. So they're acting a little out of sorts. And they are dropping bombs, literally, is what God just said. I do not want to hear that. I do not want to hear that. But this is what's going on. Shit. God says they're misfiring because they are not running on all 4 cylinders. They're running on like 1 cylinder right now, maybe 2. So what's happening is, you know how kids, when they're tired and they don't have as much power or energy as they're used to having, they throw fits. So the world leaders right now are throwing a fucking fit, and they either are or they're about to start dropping bombs. God says, don't be worried about this. This is a part of this electrical discharge that the earth is going through. It's the same, the reptiles are going through this too, because they are not connected to the ethers anymore. They've been blocked from the ethers. Okay. So the magic that they were sending at us is going back on them because we are impervious to it. So basically what it amounts to is they're all under a black magic spell right now. The reptiles are. And probably half the fucking humans, for that matter, that were throwing black magic at us. So they're under this doom and gloom spell. They think their worlds are crumbling, which actually they are. So they're going to throw fits and cause chaos. But it's actually a good sign, just like the earthquakes and the fires and all that are a good sign. It just means that the universe is balancing. And God has it under complete control, he said. And in these end of world times, God wants me to make sure that you understand the physics of the universe. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It changes forms, but you can't create energy and you can't destroy it. It just changes forms. Well, God can create energy, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, that's the physics of a different level. The physics of this level on Earth. Okay? Is energy cannot be destroyed, or that's just the rules here. The energy that the reptiles have been living off of has been ours. So we're taking that back. It's not being destroyed, it's being taken back. And they're just slowly ceasing to exist. Now, like I said, the 144 have a handle on this. It's the humans that have God powers that are not in control of themselves, that are still creating the illusion, the doom and gloom illusion. But at the same time, the 144 have protected their energy, and all of the magic that, all the doom and gloom that the reptilian agenda was throwing on us is sitting right on them. It's their dark cloud right now. So, that helps to defeat them too, even though some humans are still protecting them. What else? So as their energy levels get depleted, the earth starts to shake humans off like fleas, and they start to act like children and throw bombs everywhere. The loss of life that will happen and has happened already, God wants me to assure you that it is a part of this. And those lives are never lost. They're still there. And they will be rejoining you in heaven, just like I've always promised. So try to keep a level head about you when you start seeing everything going down around you. Hell, you might see yourself dying. Try to keep a level head about it. This world is being destroyed, and we're going to create a new one, and you're going to be a part of it as long as you're facing God. Because if you're not facing God, the magnet of hell will suck you in. And there's nothing that God or I can do about that. So, life's going pretty good. I am very satisfied with my life right now. It's kind of funny how all it takes is cutting out all the bullshit. I'm fine with nothing. I just can't deal with bullshit. But I'm fine with nothing. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm fine with God and my God. Okay? You and I both know who that is.